To format a date in N8N, open your workflow, add a date and time node, set the operation to format date, choose your input field, specify the input format if it's not standard. Type the exact output format you need, like YYYMMDD for July 15th, 2026, or MMMDD YYY for July 15th, 2026. Then execute the node to see the transformed value in the output panel. That is the complete action. If you clicked because you have a date in one format and need it in another for a Gmail, Google Sheets, or API step, this node is the single simplest way to get it done without touching JavaScript. Now let's make sure you understand the context so you never get tripped up. The date and time node is N8N's dedicated tool for all date manipulation, and the format date operation is its most common mode. Different services have notoriously rigid expectations. One API might demand an ISO 8601 string, like 20260715, tone 4, 30, 00Z, while a spreadsheet column expects just the 15th of July 2026, and an email template needs July 15th, 2026. Mismatches cause silent errors or rejected data. This node bridges that gap cleanly. After you click the plus button and search for date and time, select it and connect it after the node that already holds your date value. Double-click the date and time node to open its settings. Under Operation, choose Format Date. You will see a field for the input date. Click that and map it to the date field from your previous node. If N8N can detect the format automatically, you can leave the input format blank. But if your date comes in an unusual shape, like the 15th of July 2026 or 2026.07, 15 YUV, you need to tell N8N exactly what it looks like using the same tokens you will use for the output. For the 15th of July 2026, that would be dd/mm/YYY. Getting the input format right is the step beginners most often skip, and it is the #1 cause of errors. If you see an unexpected output or a null result, come back here and specify the input format explicitly. Now the output format field is where you type the pattern your destination application requires. The tokens are standard but worth a quick tour. YYY gives you the 4-digit year. MM gives the 2-digit month. DD the 2-digit day. If you want the full month name, use MMM. For abbreviated month, MMM. For hours and minutes, add HHMMM for 24-hour time, or HHMMMA for 12-hour with AM/PM. For ISO strings, combine them with T and Z like YYMMDDT, HHMMMSSZ. You can also use X or 20 for timezone offsets. The node gives you a list of tokens, but memorizing these common ones will speed you up. After you enter the output format, click Execute step. Look at the output panel on the right. You will see a new field, usually called Formatted, with the transform date. Compare it to your original. If it looks wrong, go back and tweak the output format string. The most common mistakes are using M instead of M for months. Remember, lowercase m is minutes, or forgetting to handle the time zone. Once the formatted date matches what you need, you can connect your next node, like Gmail or Google Sheets, map that formatted field into the email body or cell, and execute the full workflow. Let me give you a few edge cases and best practices that will save you trouble later. If your source date is a timestamp in milliseconds or seconds, the date and time node can handle that too. In the input format field, you can choose from predefined options like Unix timestamp seconds or Unix timestamped milliseconds. The node will convert that numeric value into your chosen output format automatically. This is incredibly useful when working with APIs that return timestamps rather than human-readable date strings. Pay close attention to time zones. The format date operation does not shift time zones by itself. It inherits the time zone of the input date. If your input is in UTC and you need a local time, you should add a separate set time zone operation before formatting, or use the shift time zone operation. For example, if your workflow sends a report at 9 AM Eastern and your date is stored as UTC, format it without offset first, then check. Often you will need to explicitly convert. Test with multiple dates before you trust the format. Use your workflow's manual execution mode and feed it dates that land on the 1st of the month, the 31st, leap day February 29th, and times around midnight. A format that works for the 15th of July 2026 might break on January 1st, 2026 if you accidentally use d/m/yyyy instead of dd/mm/yyyy. Testing edge cases is how you catch these subtle mismatches. Keep your formats consistent across the workflow. If you standardize all internal dates to ISO 8601 and only convert at the final output node, your field mapping becomes predictable and your future self will thank you. The worst thing is having one node that expects mem/dd/yyyy and another that expects dd/smmmmnn. Confusion guaranteed. After you save and activate your workflow, monitor the first few automatic executions. Check the execution history to confirm the formatted date is landing where it should. If you later add a new application that wants a completely different date style, you can duplicate your date and time node or add another format date operation in parallel. The pattern stays the same. Choose the input, specify the format, type the output tokens, test and map. You now know exactly how to format dates in N8N. The confidence comes from understanding the tokens, respecting the input format, testing edge cases, and being deliberate about time zones. Bookmark this video or save the workflow template. Whenever you need to feed a date into an email, a spreadsheet, or an API, you already have the step-by-step method ready to go. Happy building.